Hello, everyone. This is Morningstar here. Today, we're going to be watching Death Battle Scarlet Witch versus Zatanna, Marvel versus DC. Before I get my ideas, can you please leave a like and subscribe to my channel? I really need it. But yeah, normally, look, I after like throughout the years, I kind of thought DC was strongest, and then at one point when Marvel's got to talk about this 10 dimensional, 100 dimensional beings, all this and that, like. I kind of, yeah, went to Marvel thinking that, okay, maybe Marvel is stronger. But then I went back to DC because of blah, 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 woo, woo, whatever not. But basically, what I'm trying to get to, despite I still think DC is overall the strongest, I think Scarlet Witch got this in the bag because I already know about Zatanna is, damn, I don't want to say hocus pocus, sound like a Seto Kaiba here. But it's like, I don't know, she's not really on Doctor Strange. Um, Damn, is that his name? Doctor Strange? No, no, not Doctor Strange. Doctor Fate. Oh my god, I feel bad. Anyway, so yeah, she's not really up on his level, and that guy could barely deal with Doctor Strange. And I don't know, it's just certain stuff I'm thinking about when Scarlet Witch herself could deal with. She couldn't go toe to toe with whoever she likes. So who's you again? You really want to see the true snap fingers, the true finger snap, whatever the case may be. Anyways, we're gonna get right into this though. But yeah, though, I think Scarlet Witch got this.
The Northmen, and BetterHelp. The Scarlet Witch, Marvel's Crimson Queen of Chaos.
Zatanna, DC's magnificent mistress of magic.
There are those who wield the mystic arts like gods to reshape creation to their whims.
I didn't even
And there are those
get
who
to
just
watch
like to
all
put
of
on a hell of a show.
was
Either
it
way, don't mess
WandaVision
with them
either.
if you know what's good for you.
Yeah, that's how life goes.
Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find
But I
out
do
who
know
would
how
win a
WandaVision
death
went in the
battle.
comics. So yeah, House of X, House of
Though
M.
we may drift
Yeah, I
day
just
by
effed
day
it
in a
up here.
world seemingly concrete and eternal, the fabric of reality is in fact more delicate than we might dare to wonder. Imagine every single iota of it, every star, galaxy, universe, all within the grasp of a single mortal woman, to control at her whim. Imagine the danger we're all in if you piss her off.
We don't have to, because her name is Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. As a kid, she and her brother Pietro were poor Romani, who were lucky enough to be turned into super-powered freaks
Oh,
by the
you know
High
what? I'm gonna move
Evolutionary.
this
Unable to control
just a
her
little
apparently
bit.
new magical abilities, it wasn't long before Wanda lost control and was branded a witch.
Until who would show up but the mutant master of magnetism himself, Magneto? Definitely giving off some big dad energy there.
So, to return Magneto's kindness, she and Pietro joined his Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Great name there, Magneto.
I'm sorry, I
Solid
just
brand.
never really
And it
liked the
wasn't long
Quicksilver
before she
until the
traded her
cinematic
supervillain
universe.
creds for a membership with the Avengers, which might have been a bit too much for poor Wanda because she definitely drew the superpowers short stick.
By waving her hands, Wanda could create small random events known as hexes, subtly altering the probability of any event happening.
That's a cool way of saying she could do like one magic-y thing per fight and then be totally useless. An energy blast here, some telekinesis there.
Yeah, I guess
a
another
force field
reason
if
why I'm
she's
going for
feeling
Scarlet Witch
frisky.
because
Not exactly the same
like
boom
I know
say
all
the
about
God
her
of
pretty much
Thunder
and
or
her
the Jolly
power.
Green World Breaker.
Like
But
I've seen
something
Santana,
strange
she's
was happening.
kind of
Over time, her hexes increased in breadth and power, as if there was more to Wanda's powers than met the eye. She learned to slow and stop time, drain and absorb energy, duplicate herself and others, teleport to different dimensions, and even strip others of their powers entirely.
It was almost as if there was more to Wanda than just being some random science experiment. Let's ask our resident expert on the deepest trenches of character history. Jocelyn, if you will.
In reality, Wanda's powers weren't entirely the result of the High Evolutionary, nor was she the mutant daughter of Magneto, as he's claimed. Her powers weren't just some simple hexes. She might as well have been a god. Until now, she had merely been dipping her toes into the vast ocean known as chaos magic. Though her powers may have seemed to be the byproduct of science, they were in reality the gift of the Lovecraftian elder god Cthon, who attempted to turn Wanda into his future vessel.
Reminds me of my summers by the sea with old Uncle Yogg-Sothoth.
In time, Wanda discovered she could alter the probability of anything she could think of, turning a mathematical impossibility into an absolute certainty, and vice versa. Wanda's powers kept growing and growing, turning her into a being strong enough to rival even the mightiest of gods. Like, literally, Wanda's chaos magic is counterpart to the Phoenix Force, the embodiment of cosmic order.
Won't die.
You know, that fiery space chicken that can destroy the universe? Wanda fought it, and even briefly erased it from existence.
At her height, the Scarlet Witch achieved total control over energy, the weather, the elements, your mind, your body, your soul, all of time, all of matter, and all of reality. She can wipe you from existence with a thought and rend the very fabric of the universe as though it were tissue paper.
She isn't even limited to chaos magic either. They might not have been what made her a god, but the High Evolutionaries' experiments did make her more receptive to channeling
BITCH
magical
is pretty
energy.
strong.
Oh,
Oh, I meant
maybe
to say
that's why Mama
WITCH.
Boomstick always warned me
Never
about
mind.
redheads.
She's so receptive, in fact, that Wanda is the lone nexus being of the 616 reality, a focal point for the universe's magical energies, and one that belongs equally to all other timelines.
It's no wonder she was considered a candidate for Sorcerer Supreme. I mean, shit, why wasn't she?
Yeah,
She
see?
might as well
Yeah,
be a
oh my
walking,
god. I just
talking
love
Infinity
being
Gauntlet.
right.
Well, she may have the power of a god, but she's still stuck with a human's body that
Yes.
can be overpowered by physical
A human
stronger
body, a
foes.
human brain. and all
Though,
that.
she also survived being shot with a black matter bullet capable of, and I quote, world-shattering energy. So there's that.
She does technically need to be able to think of a spell in order to get it to happen.
Wait,
so
a
she
bullet with
could
world-shattering
theoretically be
energy?
blitzed, but she's also
Why was that?
blocked Force
Why didn't
galaxy-crossing
Bulma
hammer,
on Dragon Ball
kept up with
Super remember
dudes
that?
like
She made a
X-Man
bullet
who
that
can
was only
fight
8
within
times stronger than a
flight
normal
time
bullet.
And even amp her own speed beyond the
Just so damn
concept
rifle
of speed
bullet, I don't know.
herself.
Despite being far and away the mightiest among Earth's mightiest heroes, Wanda resented the pressure of her incredible power. She actually wanted a quiet life as a wife and a mother.
But because no one in comics is allowed to have a happily ever after, that life was taken from
Oh,
her
look
by
at that.
literal
Look
Satan.
at that. That's sad.
Not the
Yeah.
last time he'd do this too.
Dude, fuck
Wanda
it. They just
snapped
showed it
and
anyway.
she
Dude,
took
her
the
kids
multiverse
on
with her.
WandaVision, that was supposed to be at
Tapping
the
into
end. Like, supposed to happen at the
and
end.
unknowable
Dude,
pool
her
of
kids
energy
turned
known
into
as
like
life
this guy's
force.
hands.
Wanda
Still looking
rewrote
like kids.
all of reality,
Fucking
creating a
disgusting.
new universe where life was just how she wanted it.
No matter whose lives she had to change, in this House of M, she had her family back, but at the cost of her sanity.
And it wasn't long before it all came crashing down around her. Once her family and friends discovered the lie of their new lives and turned against her, she uttered 3 fateful words and erased nearly all of mutant kind. No more mutants.
Wanda
See, yeah,
weaved
that's
her magic
like-
throughout all of existence, created cracks
Zatanna
across reality
doing that
which spread throughout
Superman
the
thing.
omniverse, and threatened to
No more
annihilate
super
all of
beings,
creation,
and then
the entirety
whoosh. I'd be
of
like, holy
Marvel's
shit, there's
infinite
nothing
cosmology,
this girl can do about
everything
that.
ever was.
Shit got dark, and while Wanda has worked to keep her powers in check since then, that threat is always there. But honestly, that sounds more like a problem for anyone who's stupid enough to get in her way.
Both a blessing and a curse, a help and a hex. Such is the true power of the
Yeah,
Scarlet
so he did
Witch.
say the hex. Oh, that's crazy. Because I played Dead by
This episode of
Daylight,
Dead
so
Battle
you
is
know there's
sponsored
a
by the
thing
Northmen.
called the hag.
Remind me
She
why you
brought
need to be
stuff
building
called
a god
hexes up
slaying
in that
axe
game,
watching
and they're a
movie
big
trailer.
problem.
Weapons of cosmic destruction center me, Wiz. And this movie's gonna be so friggin' awesome, I needed something to match the occasion.
From visionary director Robert Eggers comes The Northman, an action-packed epic with a legendary cast of stars at the peak of their craft, including Alexander Skarsgård, Nicole Kidman, Anya Taylor-Joy, Willem Dafoe, Ethan Hawke, and Bjork.
Willem Dafoe and Bjork speaking threatening prophecies in my dreams happens like every Tuesday night for me, so this is definitely my kind of flick.
It's an action-packed epic that follows a young Viking prince on a quest to avenge his father.
Like a Viking version of Hamlet, but this prince is very much in the not-to-be camp when it comes to the poor souls
I'm
that decide
kinda
to cross
confused
him.
what's going
See,
on
Wiz,
here.
It really is
I
Shakespearean.
know they're like
Man, that was
sponsoring
so
or something,
cool.
but
You can see the care and research in every frame. It might be the most authentic Viking film of all time.
The action, the adventure, that slick cinematography. I gotta see this on the big screen right now. Go see The Northman exclusively in theaters April 22nd. That'll grow back, right?
it's the arms.
Come one, come all, to see the magnificent Zatanna Zatara. For never was there a greater professor of prestidigital performance.
AKA magic! Except Zatanna's spells aren't just smoke and mirrors, they're the real deal.
Yeah, but
so
she
you're
definitely
really
made
getting your
like me
money's
look
worth.
better
She
though.
learned everything she knew from her father, Giovanni Zatara, who put his powers to good use as one of DC's very
I was
first
always
superheroes.
confused about
No
her
joke,
age,
he's
though.
the guy who taught Batman everything he knows about escape
Because I always thought
artistry.
that she should have
He
been like
debuted
way
the
younger
same
than
issue as
Superman,
Superman,
but there's
and the
moments
young
when
Zatanna was more
yeah,
than
she's
happy to
all
serve
over
as
on
his
him,
assistant,
so I'm gonna
learning
assume
everything he
she's
knew about
not
the cutthroat
underage.
world of entertainment. Oh, and Cape shit too, but
But then
former
again,
is
that
way
was
worse.
on Smallville.
She inherited her father's
so, yeah.
incredible mystical abilities as well. Essentially, anything Zatanna thinks of, she can make real. And she focuses this absurdly powerful ability by speaking her desired effect backwards. Her father based this technique on the diaries of Leonardo da Vinci, who some theorize wrote backwards in order to hide his ideas from the repressive medieval Catholic Church.
Or because he was left-handed.
Yeah, that's another theory.
That doesn't mean you gotta
You
write
hate
backwards.
Fun.
And Zatanna's apparently big-brained enough that she has no problem speaking backwards at the drop of a hat. Like when this one dude kept reversing time in the middle of her sentences. She started speaking in palindromes so that she'd still be speaking backwards no matter what. I mean, you know what they say, Wiz? Go hang a salami. I'm a lasagna hug.
With her magic, Zatanna has bent the laws of reality to her whims. She's transmuted matter on an atomic level, teleported across dimensions.
See, yeah, it's like
commanded
she
the
did that, but
elements,
why don't
turned
you change
invisible,
Wonder Woman
removed
back from a
powers, cast
pig?
illusions, read and controlled minds, traveled through and stopped time, and can even wipe people from existence with a single word.
It might not seem obvious from that hokey magic castle
Of course,
getup, but
comics.
Zatanna is
I'm
one of the
still
most
going
powerful
for Wanda.
sorcerers in DC. Like the time she battled the Time Tailor Zor, an old enemy of the Spectre. You know, the angel of God's divine wrath.
In order to defeat an opponent of such unimaginable power, Zatanna focused her magical might into shattering the boundaries of reality. She reached out beyond the very comic panels themselves and pulled Zor's entire magical universe down around him. She literally handled all of reality like it was a sheet of paper and crumpled it in her hands.
That might seem completely incomprehensibly impossible
Well,
to us, but it's all a matter of belief. Literally, as long
Looks
as
like it
Zatanna
might be
believes
another
she
death
can do
battle that I
something with her
lost,
magic,
but
she'll
look,
do it.
As she
I
puts
don't
it, her
betray
magic
the
is
person,
essentially
you know, I'm
asserting
rooting
one
for,
reality,
so.
then replacing
Come on,
it
Scarlet.
with another. This is similar
Anybody,
to
come
other
on,
magical
she's
characters
breaking
like Dr.
walls
Fate and Green
shit
Lantern,
here.
whose powers
Like,
have
that's
been
not
stated
right.
to work the exact same way.
But it's not like any rando can do magic by wishing on a star. Zatanna is genetically predisposed to this kind of magical reality warping. Her mom was in actuality a Homo Magi, a subrace of humans that are naturally adept at magic.
So it's no wonder that Zatanna became an invaluable member of both the Justice League of America and Justice League Dark. The Shadow the Hedgehog version, basically.
Zatanna harnessed an entire year's worth of sunlight into a single energy blast, created ruptures across all of space and time throughout the DC multiverse, and has even claimed she's as powerful as Superman himself. Pre-Crisis Superman, in case you were wondering. Her only limit is her imagination and will. In fact, her backward speaking is mostly a stagecraft tradition meant to boost her concentration.
In a pinch, she can cast a spell with a single thought, and I doubt anyone's winning a quick draw with her. She's matched superheroes like Martian Manhunter, who scanned every mind on Earth in a blank instant. Or how about Dr. Fate, whose magic traveled across the universe at the completely immeasurable velocity of God.
Zatanna has fended off countless reality-shattering threats like the Eldritch Upside-Down Man, Primordial Darkness, that is evil incarnate, and the Void Beyond Creation, Pralaya.
This shadow goop lady ate all of DC
Dude, this
comics,
damn
all of
witch.
creation, everything. Gods, demons, rabbits, and spandex.
You say you wanna go for
everything.
Marvel?
And Zatanna's magic was strong enough to hold her back.
And then, after secretly implanting Swamp Thing inside Pralaya, she weaved a spell with
I mean,
him
come
to
on, who the
literally
hell thought
regrow all
Zatanna
of
was
reality
anywhere
back in
near?
seconds.
Zatanna tricked a being older than God and then blew her ass up from the inside with a whole new omniverse. Abracadagoddamn-dabra.
Such is the almighty power of Zatanna's will. Should it falter, though, or should her focus be disrupted, it could all come crashing down like a house of cards. Belief is a fragile thing, after all, and her powers were weakened for a time after she lost
Bitch,
belief
you don't
in
need
herself.
Exhibit
And
B,
she's definitely got
F,
one big weak
R,
point.
none of that.
She's
What the
a
hell?
huge daddy's girl.
Despite her amazing career, she has struggled within herself to live up to her father's legacy, especially
Good.
after his heroic death.
Dude,
And
Scarlet
this
Witch
MFer has
wins.
died a
Holy
lot of
fuck.
times. So Z's therapy can't be cheap. especially after dating John Constantine. Oh, I can just smell the lager and self-loathing from here. No, oh wait, that's me.
Questionable romance aside, Zatanna is a consummate professional raised on one singular principle. The show must go on, and she'll always finish strong with a standing ovation. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy.
Relationships are hard and confusing.
Wow.
A lot of us
Yeah,
will drop
let me,
anything to go help someone we care about.
We'll go out of our way to treat other people.
Yeah, so I'm feeling very sorry for Scarlet Witch all of a sudden. It's rare how things could turn out. And it's reminding me of that Popeyes versus Zatanna. It's like who knew, right? Like I'm not gonna spoil nothing, but it's like who knew? Like, oh god. But yeah, it's same here. I honestly thought like I don't know, like I was trying to think of everything that this Zatanna did. Like the most I think that she almost put on Dr. Fate's helmet and all this and that. I'm just like, she that strong. How come she just didn't wheel the helmet off of her dad? Like the helmet don't even mean anything to her. Damn, like holy hell, this like OP times like dimensional five, fifth dimension OPness. This damn woman. But yeah, let's just look into this. I hope Scarlet wins, but I guess I'm never gonna betray DC after this. So reached until I had it pulled out the wrong witch. Yeah, all part of the show, folks. No, dude, I really don't want her to win, but damn. She's like, ooh, that man looks handsome. What? I mean, I hate to say it, she could probably get rid of Superman pretty yeah. Oh, Hulk. Ooh, nice. Ooh, shit. Superman actually did have trouble with Hulk once upon a time. Oh my god. Thor and Hulk at the same time. Oh, sorry. I have the sound in my the whole time. That's so
Well,
bad.
I think the
I think-
difference is
I am so sorry about that.
presentation. And I know a trick when I see one. Universes.
You can't run forever. Now make like a magician and
There it goes.
disappear.
I knew it. Yeah. No more witch. No more witches. This is a no more witch.
A disappearing act was the first thing Dad ever taught me. And for my
No.
final
Please,
trick,
no, dear God. No.
it was
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
no more witches.
No. Just say no more witches. It goes back to the show, I bet. Yeah.
And that's our show, ladies and germs.
KO! Now that's a magic trick that's to die for.
Analyzing this matchup was like walking on a tightrope. It could fall either way at any point.
Because at the end of the day, both these ladies could do basically anything with their magic. All they had to do was think and shit would happen. They were totally even. At her peak, Wanda was able to threaten the stability of all creation.
And at Zatanna's best, she was able to hold back Prolaya, who could do the exact
Bro, I got
same
the
thing.
stupidest
And
headphones.
despite some differences, the
Damn, who
omniversal
knew? I was trying to
cosmologies
make
of
fun of
Marvel
normal
and DC
witches,
comics
then
are
she makes
roughly
her
equivalent in size and
yeah.
scope. All that was left for us to look at was their weaknesses.
While both were as powerful as one another, Wanda needed to tap into the life force to reach that pinnacle, and doing so threatened her sanity.
Let's take a closer look at the events surrounding House of M, where Wanda's powers were at their maximum.
Despite admitting that she was way stronger, Doctor Strange managed to get the best of Wanda with a cool head and a spell that briefly knocked her out cold.
His wits against her mental instability were enough to turn the tide.
To be clear, this instability definitely wouldn't affect her power. She was still strong enough to create a completely new alternate
I mean, I could
reality
kind
and
of
then
put
erase
like
it
two and
just
two
as
together
easily.
doing the
What it would
analysis,
do is
honestly.
leave her open.
Also, take her No More Mutant spell. As insanely powerful as it was to affect the whole of Marvel's creation, it wasn't entirely successful. There was still a tiny portion of Earth's mutant
Yeah,
population
but
left
she probably did it
unaffected,
on purpose
likely
or
due to
something.
interference from Strange and Emma
So did they
Frost.
like not mention that in the
Against Zatanna, who
analysis
was
though?
just
Of
as
course,
strong and
she only
not
wiped
losing
out
her
like
mind.
95
She
or
wouldn't be
8%
able to
of them.
afford that kind of lapse, even for
Well,
an
yeah, then
instant.
again, she did
On
say
the
no
other
more
hand,
mutants,
Zatanna
so
has
she didn't
managed
say
to
no more
maintain
mutants
her
and leave a
willpower
few of
fighting
them.
foes just as strong as the Scarlet Witch, so she didn't have the same kind of exploitable weakness.
And remember,
No more
she doesn't
mutants, but
actually
just leave like a
need to
handful.
say her spells backwards.
It helps with her concentration, but all her spells come from her mental impulses, just like Wanda. She's consistently pulled off non-verbal spells in the past, even against beings as strong as Prolaya.
In the end, Z definitely had enough experience fighting smart and keeping on
Yeah,
her
this
toes
one
to
there
hang
about
with
you
Wanda
just
long
can't
enough
argue.
to get in a
You
finishing
just
blow.
While there were definitely versions of this battle that could have ended with
I'm kinda
Wanda
sad. I ain't got
victorious,
much to say
Zatanna's
after
cooler
this. I'm
head
not even
and
gonna
effortless
lie.
magic allowed her to prevail.
I guess you could say Wanda never
Dude, look
saw
how she
it
came
coming,
down like she
and
was trying to come out like a
Zatanna
little monster,
maxed
but she was
them
like,
off her.
The
surprise,
winner
and all
is
that.
Zatanna.
Sexy ASS.
Death Battle is back, and we've launched a brand new
Damn it.
membership program for our YouTube
Ben,
channel. By
you
directly
did
supporting
this.
our team,
Weren't
you'll
you
get unique
defending
emotes,
Scarlet
badges,
Witch
and additional
before?
content, and a
Or was
bunch
that the
more.
Phoenix?
Click that join button to see more info, and thanks so much for watching.
Yeah, I forget. I think they used defending things. Ah! Oh, my brother gonna like this one. What? The first JoJo versus a kid. I don't care, you're grown now. Immediately off that, I don't watch Demon Slayer. I know of it. I've seen clips. My brothers didn't watch it, but I'm going for Joe. I'm gonna say Joe Taro. You know, I mean, the first JoJo, because look, he's cold. He's like Fist of the North Star. Hopefully, he gets in. But yeah, I'm sad. Look, I'm sad. I'm sad Scarlet lost. Look, Zatanna looks fine. She looks real fine. But I wanted her to lose. Okay. Anyways, please leave a like and subscribe. It's a sad day.